Okay. We're going to get started. This is the best we're going to do today, so I'd like to call the January 12th, 2026 Citizen Advisory Council meeting to order. Right from the top, special thanks to everyone who's put up with the technical delays and for everyone who's fighting the technical problems. We appreciate your efforts. For those of you who are attending remotely, if ever there's a point where you can't hear us because we're in less than ideal circumstances, please feel free to interrupt and let us know so that we can figure out what the problem is. But before we jump into tonight's business, we should do a roll call of members. Oh.
So was that loud enough, Phil?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So we're ready for the roll call.
Just backwards if I move it, so. So it has to go this way, right, to get the rest of you?
No, we're Yep.
Oh, it's backwards, that's why, I'm sorry.
Sir? Oh, you said that? I'm sorry. Here. Sarah?
I'm here.
Is it? Here. Rachel?
Here.
Emma? Here. Kelly?
Here.
Right. Aliana?
Here.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We have the forum. Before we start tonight, I'd like us to approve the minutes from December 10th, 2025. Did all members present from the CAC have an opportunity to review those minutes?
Yeah, Rachel, I have one thing on the attendance. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, absolutely.
I am listed as excused from the December meeting, and I did attend that meeting.
Any other amendments or corrections to those?
I don't honestly know what that does to the count on everything below, because I think it goes on to say 7-0, but there, if you add me to that list, then there were 8 of us.
Was there, is there someone in the attendance list who actually wasn't here last time? It's been so long. I can't remember. You know what, why don't we hold adopting the minutes until next meeting so that we can verify whether Michael was it what did we have?
I just want to say, when you do that, there's a correction for me as well. They changed our district, so I'm now District 5, not 1.
Thanks, Alana. All right, so are folks okay with holding until next time so we can figure out what's the discrepancy on the vote numbers? All right, so moving on, we will go forward with the interview portion for tonight. Just a few quick introductory remarks. For those of you who are on the screen, if your technology allows it, it'd be delightful if you could turn your camera on when you're interviewing, but if your technology doesn't allow it or you're not comfortable with that, we understand. We do ask that every applicant, whether in person or remote, introduce yourself. If you wish to identify your pronouns, that can be very useful for us. We'll ask you a few questions, mostly just to get to know you and why you are interviewing for whatever position you've applied for. And if in fact you have applied for more than one commission, we're not going to ask you to rank them. We just want to know why you're interested in each of those commissions, and we will separately vote on your applications for each of those commissions. So with that in mind, I suspect we're missing a few people, but I'm going to go forward in the order that they're listed in the packet. So is Brett Turner here? How about Monica Thomas Botnick? Karen Haynes? Chad Rankin? Yvette Almeida? Isaacson Yenabo? Joseph Murphy? Keith Linares?
Hello, I'm here.
Good evening. We see you're here to talk to us tonight about your applications for the Worcester Ballpark Commission and the Community Development Advisory Committee. Is that correct?
Yes, I also saw there was a vacancy on the Commission on Homelessness that I'm interested in as well.
We can go ahead and interview you for that one as well.
Great.
So please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in those three commissions.
Yeah, my name is Keith Linares. I've lived in Worcester for about 12 years now. I'm a homeowner with 3 young daughters, 2 of whom are in Worcester Public Schools. I work in the pharmaceutical industry in IT, supporting research and development efforts, managing technologies that are used by folks in the R&D group. I've been somewhat active recently in Worcester, running for city council last year. I got a chance to speak with lots of residents in District 1, really looking to make the city a better place. Especially, being a dad with young kids, it's really important to me that they grow up in a thriving, vibrant, bustling city. And I want to try and make Worcester into that if possible.
Thank you. So tell us why you're interested in the Ballpark Commission.
Yeah, the Ballpark Commission's particularly interesting to me. I think with the massive amount of taxpayer funds that were used to give credits to the ballpark through the TIF-tie agreements for the properties that are around the ballpark. I think we just need to have the citizenry have good scrutiny over the decisions that are made related to the ballpark. I think a lot of people don't understand a lot of the financial minutia of what went on and kind of the things that we were promised by developers that were looking to do work around the ballpark. So I want to put some transparency on that for people and kind of be a voice of the average tax-paying resident on that commission.
How about your interest in the Community Development Advisory Committee?
Yeah, I think with that one, again, it's sort of another opportunity to see how some of these funds are used by the city and do our best to make good use of them so that they benefit the residents of Worcester above all else.
And the Commission on Homelessness?
Yeah, the Commission on Homelessness, when I applied initially, it didn't look like the vacancies for that one were posted, but I checked today and saw that there were a few vacancies. I think with that one, that's clearly something that's been an issue in Worcester, I think particularly as of late related to the affordability crisis that we're seeing, the fact that, rents and home prices have increased so dramatically in Worcester over the past, 5-10 years, and it's clearly leading to a crisis of people living and dying out on the streets. Over where I live by Doherty High School just this past winter, I took my daughters out for a walk and the police were up there investigating a mysterious death. So it's something that kind of touches, all aspects of this city. I mean, it's very visible here and something that clearly whatever is being attempted to be done isn't enough. When I was a candidate for District 1 City Council, I spent a lot of time over in the Lincoln Street area area. They had a very active neighborhood meeting over there, and people over there spoke very candidly about, the unhoused population, how they're treated, the lack of resources that they have, the low amount of shelters in the city for the massive size of our city, the fact that a lot of the shelters are unsafe and dangerous. There's a lot of public misinformation about why people are out there in the first place. A lot of people in our city government kind of push the notion that it's a choice a lot of the times, and it's a choice insofar as the shelters are dangerous places, generally where people aren't allowed to lock up their stuff, and if they want to go in there, they're likely to get things stolen. So I've come to know a little bit about that particular issue in Worcester, and I'd love to do more to offer my services and guidance on helping out with that if possible.
Any questions from the council?
I have a question, I think.
Hi there.
Will you be able to, meet the criteria for these meetings? I'm talking about, time-wise, do you have time for it?
Yes, absolutely, I do. I work from home, which affords me quite a good deal of flexibility. So yes, I certainly can make these meetings.
I like the fact that you have, some good ideas about the homelessness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Other questions from the members?
I'm sorry, what?
You were about to say something. I asked if there were other questions from the council members, but I also heard you start to talk. Was there something else you were going to add?
No, that's all right.
Right, hearing no other questions, go ahead and do the votes, starting with CDEC, with the ballpark commission, please.
Okay, for the ballpark commission, Kelly,
Yes.
Emma,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
is it?
Yes.
Aliana,
Ilana, yes.
so also member potential of the ballpark commission. Here for community development advisory committee, Kelly,
No.
Emma? Yes. Rachel,
No.
Sarah,
No.
Alana,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
So we got 4 voting in favor, 3 against, so.
So the vote passes.
Keep again for the commission on homelessness. Kelly? Emma?
Yes.
Rachel?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Alana?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Also member for the the commission on homeless.
Well, congratulations, Keith. You'll be hearing from Human Resources about next steps in the interview process.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Looking forward to it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Returning to our list is Kristen Labrick here. For Lawrence Haley. Ayatollah Farah. Amarachi Echere.
Yes, hi.
Good evening. We see you here tonight to talk to us about the Community Development Block Grant Advisory Committee and also the Worcester
Yeah.
Arts Council. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in those two groups.
Okay, thank you so much. So, my name is Zita Echere Amarachi Echere. I work as an analyst at Zoe Medicals, and I'm also a delegate for the United Nations. I've spent like the last 10 years working at the intersection of community development, economic empowerment, and creative innovation. I always like to say I'm a woman of many hats. I'm a strategic consultant. I'm also an event coordinator and a huge community advocate, which has given me like the first-hand insight into culture, entrepreneurship, and policy, and how policy shape local economies and drive sustainable economic growth. So here in Worcester, I've supported and helped organize initiatives that brought thousands of residents together and strengthen local economies. My most recent event was the lifestyle brunch I held in collaboration with AC Hotel by Marriott to create a space for creative entrepreneurs and artists in Worcester, and for them to connect and learn more opportunities about how to thrive in Massachusetts. I also contributed to planning and securing sponsorship for the Worcester African Festival 2024, which, as some of you may know, brought together over 3,000 residents from across New England and supported more than 80 community organizations. So I've also collaborated with Living Art Boston on events that uplift artists and creatives across Massachusetts. So I'm seeking to serve on the Community Development Advisory Committee because I see community-driven initiative as a powerful tool for economic development. As a committee member and one with very innovative ideas, I want to contribute to ensuring community investments are intentional, measurable, and aligned with the long-term economic outcomes of the city of Worcester. I would also be bringing both my lived experience as a creative and my analytical mindset of a consultant. My goal is to support equitable funding decisions, strengthen the accountability, and also help shape programs that truly benefit all residents while advancing Worcester's long-term growth.
Any questions from the council members? Well, I should have said this from the get-go. The fact that we don't have any questions doesn't mean anything one way or the other in terms of votes. It just usually means that we've heard enough in order to feel like we can make the votes. So hearing no questions, we will go ahead and take these in order for voting.
All right, I'm watching for the Community Development Advisory Committee. Kelly,
Yes.
Emma,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Alana,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Asa.
Yes.
So all 7 members voted in favor of the Community Development Advisory Committee. We move to the Worcester Arts Council. Kelly,
Yes.
Emma,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Alana,
Yes.
Asa.
Yes.
Again, all 7 members voted in favor of Amarachi for a Worcester Arts Council.
Well, thank you so much for coming tonight. We will move forward in the process of both commissions, and someone from Human Resources will be in touch about next steps.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Is Colin Daly here? How about Joshua Kurivan? About Noelia Tafoya? Jennifer Bradford? Nicole Bellapena? Edson Montero? If you don't mind, are you comfortable coming up to join us at the table, please? Thank you so much. Thanks. So we see you're here tonight to talk to us about your applications for the Commission on Latino Affairs and the Advisory Commission on Youth. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in those two groups.
Oh, I am interested. Since I was kids, I was involved in the plans in different activities, such as in the church and the Boy Scout, and see my dad in politics, involved in college, or the world. And I discovered since I was little that you have to be in the place where people make decisions and benefit forward. Yeah. And since that, I feel compromised to level up and change the narrative or what people think about people that look like me and a community of society like this. When some people can see your hair, hear your accent, and they use some say. Sometimes they think that you are ignorant, and sometimes you don't know how to defend yourself, how to advocate for other people around as a coach. But when I see little kids that they not see people that look like them, I discourage them to participate in institutions like the city hall politics. Then they don't feel part of the community. And the same happened to the Latino. Sometimes they feel like they are in other city, but it's not the same city of Worcester. Then you divide the city by parts. And it's not like that. We are nothing for not side, but you're the people on the same side, and it's never said that. We have to learn, we have to be learning. And I think we should give an opportunity. If you have people like me in one of these commission or in this mission, we can teach, we can embrace, we can show them. Yeah, the American dream can be possible.
Thank you. Questions from council members? I'm sorry.
I want to
Did everyone on screen hear that, just to start with?
I could hear him.
Wait. All right, questions from the council members?
Question. So, you see. Anything specific on the ideas that you might like to implement on the region? What do you guys?
Yeah, for example, right now, I don't see that big Latino representation. Here, we just make one festival in the park, and it's just one afternoon. But this is not representing the whole Latin culture. But at the same time, you don't see Latino people. We are close to 7,000 people that speak Spanish in this city. And other than Eric Batista, he don't see more Latino involved in place where we make decisions, big decisions. And I think that has to change. So I agree with education. Education. We have to teach the kids. We have to teach the youth. We have to show them that we are part of this community, part of the city. Either we can impact positive in the city, not just negative. Then we can be partnership. I was thinking that we can do the school partnership with some institution, with some knowledge, with some business, because I believe if you do that kind of stuff, they would want to stay here. They don't want to leave the city. They have opportunity. If you bring that opportunity, open the road for them, they really want to stay.
When you think of the partnership, you get some funding for the most of it.
It's beneficial for both, for the city and for the kids too. Because you don't know what you need.
Thank you.
There comes some questions. People ready to take a vote?
All right, I think for the Commission on Latino Affairs, Kelly,
Yes.
Emma? Yes. Rachel?
Yes.
Claire?
Yes.
Alana?
Yes.
Carol?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
So all 7 members voted in favor of asking for the Commission on Latino Affairs. We move to the Advisory Commission on Youth. Kelly?
Yes.
Aaron? Yes. Rachel?
Yes.
Claire?
Oh, yeah.
Carol?
Yes.
Lana?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Again, also members voted in favor of asking for the Commission on Youth, Advisory Commission on Youth.
Congratulations. As you've heard me say before, you'll hear from Human Resources about next steps from both commissioners. Madeline Escobar here. Without Alita Hong. Robert Pizzella. Ray Cargill. George Sedaris. Timothy McSweeney. Najaya Harris. Kathleen Head, I see you on the screen.
I'm here.
Good evening. We see you're here tonight to apply for the Accessibility Advisory Commission at the Worcester Arts Council. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Just tell us a little bit about yourself and your interest in those groups.
Sure. Good evening. Thanks for having me here tonight. My name is Kathleen Head. I use she, her pronouns. And I'll give a little bit of both personal and kind of professional reasoning behind why I'm here tonight. My husband and I moved to Worcester just about 3 to 4 years ago, and we bought our first home here and are looking to kind of establish roots. And I operate on the philosophy that we can't expect to build community unless we're willing to be in community. And so this is kind of my first step toward doing that and really manifesting kind of what I believe around community and civic engagement. So these two, the commission and the council are two opportunities for me to do that. And to engage with my fellow community members in meaningful and productive ways. Professionally, I work at Worcester Polytechnic Institute. I manage the global program, which is our study abroad program. One of the things that draws me to the Accessibility Advisory Commission is I'm wrapping up a federal grant which is focused on improving accessibility for students with disabilities who want to travel off campus and participate in WPI's high impact experiential learning practices. And so through this, I've learned a lot about accessibility, and it's become something that I've gained a lot of passion around. One of the things that I think has become evident to me is that there are a lot of systemic barriers. And so in our work, we're moving toward kind of the medical model of accessibility to the social model of accessibility, which basically shifts the focus on fixing or accommodating a person and addressing the environment and the systems. And so I think that this, the Accessibility Advisory Commission and the City of Worcester really have an important role to play in helping to create more accessible environments for folks with disabilities. And so I think would love to be able to have an impact on that. On the Worcester Arts Council, I think this to me represents a really fun way to get involved in the community. I think Worcester is already such a vibrant place to live and work, but being able to, I have a lot of experience with applying for and on the review side of grants. And so I think that the grant program that's operated through the Worcester Arts Council is a really great way to engage in the cultural landscape of the city, to foster and strengthen connection among community members others through the arts and the humanities and science and creative ways to be involved. And so two very different ways to be involved, but two things that I think would be really fun and productive and give me personally an opportunity to grow in community.
Well, thank you. Any questions from the council members?
Kathleen, just a quick question.
Sure.
On accessibility. Any areas in the city that you might think could benefit from this commission that you think you might want to advocate for?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
Certainly, I mean, mobility, sidewalks and streets, I think are areas in which we could be thinking about being able to ensure that folks can move around the city. I think those are two huge opportunities.
Other questions from the council?
I see that you're also interested in the arts, and so I was just curious if that is some more information that you're interested in.
Sorry, I'm just having trouble hearing you. You're curious to hear more about.
Your interest in the Worcester Arts Council and what you think you could bring to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that drew me to the Worcester Arts Council is the grants program. And so being able to, I think I have a lot of experience in that. And so I think being able to think creatively about how to bring folks together in Worcester through funding opportunities is something that, I have experience doing and would like to contribute to.
Thank you.
No other questions. I think we can move on to a vote.
All right, tell us for the Accessibility Advisory Commission. Kelly,
Yes.
Emma,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Alana,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
All 7 members voted in favor of this. We move to the Worcester Arts Council. Kelly,
Yes.
Emma,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yeah.
Alana,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Lisa.
Yes.
All 7 members voted in favor of Kelly for the Worcester Arts Council.
Congratulations, Kathleen. You'll be moving on in the process. Someone from Human Resources will be reaching out sometime soon.
Thank you.
Is Michael Baker here? Come on up, please. Good evening.
Good evening.
We understand you're here to talk to us about your application for the planning board.
Yes,
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested.
I'll work a little back. So currently I'm a PhD candidate at UMass Boston in the public policy program, where I focus mostly on transportation planning and built environment and urban planning. Currently I am serving in MassDOT as a co-op in their geographic information systems and data planning department, where I did work with planning. I did group planning for the FIFA Men's World Cup for next year. I also did a lot with digitizing and georeferencing plans, blueprints into digital files. Prior to that, I served in the capital program planning department and long-term strategic department. The planning department of the MBTA as an intern, where I did a lot of work with PODs and land use, as well as just help in the capital improvement plans. And then prior to that, I worked in I interned with an engineering consulting firm where we had land use work across the country, so and even in Canada. And then also served in as an intern with the Federal Highway and FMCSA. I was stationed in Puerto Rico for 8 months and did a lot of traffic safety planning and hazardous commercial motor vehicle planning. And I was able to engage with federal and municipal stakeholders. And for 3 years as a PhD student, I was a researcher on housing policy in India. So we were able to do a large amount of research and robust research in housing investments, especially for non-traditional housing. And so I'm very interested in serving Worcester, especially with planning, because I feel strongly that the built environment is very important for the people that live and work in Worcester. And I'm a longtime resident. I've gone to school and lived in Worcester for about 25 years. And I believe in the mantra of when you find a place, leave it better than what you found it. That's about it.
Well, thank you. Any questions from the council members?
Anything particular? That's what your mind, where you sit there and be able to think about. What good, say that some type of project, if you see what's going on, bring it down better. Do you see, foresee the future of developing? See the planning board, and think about it.
I think one of the important things that's like everybody's moving right now is housing. And I think there's a lot of, I would say, unique and maybe even innovative ideas on that front. So, for example, when we were doing research in Austin, Texas, their housing, especially to spur on affordable housing, is doing things like the city essentially paying for the permitting if percentage of units are reserved for affordable housing, or they would forego the parking lot spot ratio to number of apartments in order to spur on like larger development. And that was even work that they were doing in terms of retail spaces or groceries. So I think there's some innovation and right new ideas that could spur on something like housing. In terms of development, I know everyone's looking at Green Street. That's kind of the build, but in a way trying to connect it to, say, the other neighborhoods like Shrewsbury Street, or the development going on towards Hanover Theater, going into, say, Park Ave into like the west side of the river. So yeah, I think there's a lot of development that can be done, and a lot of innovative ways to get it done. And I think negotiating with all the stakeholders and decision makers to get the best result.
Other questions from the council? We're ready for vote.
I can break up for the planning board. Kelly? Aaron?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Alana,
Yes,
Lisa,
Yes.
all seven members voted in favor of, Michael for the planning board.
Congratulations. Is there anyone else here tonight who is expecting to interview for something? Right. That concludes the interview portion for tonight. So I don't know how much longer we want to go on with the technology system tonight. So I guess in terms of equipment and outreach, just a reminder to check out the worcesterculture.org list. If there's something as a council member where you would like to represent CAC, please reach out to get materials. Is there anything that you want me to say when it comes to the recruitment and outreach? It is not familiar.
Or say something. Somebody was like, something we can add up for that. I think we're going to doesn't appear. I still have a little bit, very different. This the recognition. Not really. So that's something I really not looking for. The arguments. That was good. So find a paper.
All right. Well, how about any future agenda items folks would like to see?
Technology.
That's fair.
You don't really amazing people. Second being pattern loss, but pregnancy, that is section. They run a Tuesday, they live. Something from private house. Do something. A wire, give it a wire. I'm going to still. Something serious.
Very similar to words. I was saying the right based. They started from positions here or
Like, one for example,
yeah. A lot of the identity based, but like I know the sharing, we have.
It's clear about the other side meeting yet. The department got a repeat. Like, people are falling in on the other, that person was the.
Okay, I just knew that based on simple thing that it's, you know, it's. They had what did we do? LBGQ at one point, and they got the capacity, like they had. Yeah.
The equal, so the department of, DER department, oversees the 6 different boards and commission. And for some reason, they are kind of short-staffed a little bit. So the only commission in that department that is taking a rights to between. So all the other ones are not very meeting. So because we are not meeting and we make couple appointments for different boards, I'm not being able to send out rejection to 30 and 9. And so that way, because
my only problem with that is that you're going to have to develop signatures.
Yeah.
But, you know, again, moving forward, that's the enforcement. Don't we have to go over it?
Would it be possible for next month's meeting to have a list of all of the commissions for the city, as well as the anticipated next meeting date that follows after that meeting? Just so we can see who's meeting.
you guys really want, I think, some of them.
That'd be amazing.
Would that be also the commissions that have meeting?
If there's no scheduled meeting, but it would be useful to know that there's no scheduled meeting.
So, some of the community, like, the Municipal Housing Authority, some of the different communities, they don't want to sort of appoint to some of the communities and, trade union had their representative and so that then normally they folks to the different communities was been like, there's politics, sometimes the vice president is the nominee, second president, the president, the candidate, and so, yeah, so in those kinds of instances, those positions are kind of go on to until they can come together and do something. So I'm saying this expressly, but I will try to explain a little bit like different stuff.
You know, it would just be helpful just to know what's active enough for everybody else. iPhones that are inactive right now, they have great energy back. Is there another thing that we could maybe share with people to listen to their
Homelessness commission, like, I think you're asking about it. You guys nominated a couple of panelists and the interview have not going down. At least we are already derived 2 persons from us, 7 members commission. From recreation, they are going to there's no structure. So we recently hired homelessness coordinator in the Department of Human Services. So that person is the one taking my question before.
How do they recruit liaisons in the city? Well,
The liaisons are folks that work in the department.
yeah,
And specifically dealing with, for instance, planning and regulatory affairs, coordinating with Michelle Smith, Michelle Johnson, and other staff in the department. So that's how we kind of assign folks for the different committees.
do they offer any incentives?
No,
Nothing wrong.
Uh,
What they did.
another committee that I thought probably you guys it's important to know about is the some of other scholarship committees. Initially, the law department was administrative affairs of that committee.
Thank you, Michael.
And for some reason, it came up that they last year, like I told them there. They got so big, they're going to So I had a meeting with the deputy city manager for chief and the wires for the school department because essentially there's every year the city puts some money on the social account. So has to basically just graduate to the college and stuff like that. So they said it'd be reporting for school department to be on the city. So I've made some of it's extra work and
It is, but maybe, like I said, if you go incentive, maybe.
But sometimes some of the committee, when I send it, it will be like, you guys have 2 folks. Not that we don't want to advance them, but in the back end, those are some of the issues that we're starting to deal.
That's helpful for when we're looking at our equipment, it's too just in that word of mouth, the folks of certain talking points are tempering that expectation. But if there are any specific talking points or things that help for us to have, we'll share them, because this is something we have to practice too.
So why don't, after you're able to send the data out to us, let's have it as a specific agenda item for next month. What we think our should be in front of what else we can. Anything else? That's nice. I'll take a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn. Maybe we expect problem 3 next time.
Oh, what?
Thanks,
Have a good,
everybody. See you next time.
have a good night, folks.
Like, good night, Lena, Carol, and Izzy.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
No.
See, it's-
Technology.